market update. So let's do that. I just kind of want to hear from all of you across the state, Scott and Dylan and Heidi. Fill me in on kind of what's been happening. The last time we had a show was, I believe, the 14th, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. It was a while ago, maybe the 18th. Can't remember, but it was a while ago. It was a couple of weeks ago at least. And so want to get some update on what's new, what's going on in the market that is notable that we want to talk about. So Scott, why don't we start with you?
Yeah, there's actually quite a few things. I mean, obviously we ended the year, we got a new year coming now, but there's some really interesting things going on and some trends that I'm seeing. So closed sales for the year last year ended up, and sales price was up 5.2%. But I'd say that's for the year, but I'd say it's a little misleading because we're trending more on the upper side of that the last couple of months. The big thing to me is we're at 1.4 months of inventory remaining. So what does that mean? That's extremely restricted. We're actually back at the same inventory levels as we were in 2007, which was the height of the last market. At that time, we had 20% price appreciation. I don't see us having that this time because you're looking at very different economic conditions. But I do think this year, if that trend continues, which it should, we should be price-wise in appreciation, we probably should be closer to 10% by the end of this year. And the list to sales price ratio is 100% right now. So sellers are getting what they're asking. It's a very tight market. And I'll give you a good example. I put in an offer in a property in Kaneohe listed at $1,050,000. There were 19 offers. We were in the top two. However, we went $185,000 over asking, escalation clause and appraisal contingency removal, and we did not get it. So, that every single offer I've written, the last 10 that I've written have been competing with multiple offers. And what the good news is the new listings that are coming on the market last month, they're 15% more new listings coming on the market than the same time last year. So there are more sellers coming on, but there's still way more buyers in the market than there are sellers. And the one trend that I'm seeing consistently is like my Kahala listing, for example. I've had 15 people looking from that San Francisco, Silicon Valley area. And normally those people are more going to the outer islands because they want the quiet resorts. They want to get out of, the hustle and bustle. But what they're looking at doing now is moving here to have the city life, work remotely, have the better schools for the children are here. And we're seeing a big migration from people from the mainland looking to move to Oahu where they can work remotely and live. That's probably pretty important to know. What I would tell people with this pricing, what's going on, I had somebody tell me, hey, I don't want to overpay for a property. Well, the reason there's so many people or so much bidding going on is because when those interest rates dropped, it created affordability in the housing. The only way you offset that is either interest rates go back up or prices have to go up. And that's what we're seeing. And the Fed's already said they're not looking at raising interest rates for 3 years. That's a vehicle that they use to stimulate the economy. They want people to borrow at cheaper rates to spend and get the economy going. So I don't see this trend. This trend is going to continue. And because the capital has gotten so affordable because rates are so low, I see us continuing this trend going forward. So I would question that person that says, I don't want to overpay, because if you're classifying as overpaying, you're overpaying in today's snapshot. Maybe you're paying a premium price, but what is that value going to be in 2 years? You actually are probably paying a discount now for what it's going to be in the future if this trend continues.
Oh, that's an amazing summary, Scott. If I had to, that's an amazing detail. If I had to summarize that, it means we think prices are going to go up significantly on Oahu in the short term, and it's really, really hard to buy a house right now. There's a lot of competition.